Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back button.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Shout out to my brother Kyrie Robinson. Consistent times 10. What's up, folks? It's your boy Coach Lee. It's Monday night, and welcome to the O.T.S.B.S Show. Know how I like to do around these pots? Man, back at it like we're mad at it. But before we can take this ship off to the motherland, I got to bring the man with the plan. Always known to have the upper hand, Uncle Leroy.
It's on the tip key, baby.
Let's go, Black. Come on. Let's go. Well, this is dude Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy. Black O.T.S.B.S Show, the only show we talk about the bull sniggity in the sports world. So, man, how's it going on this Monday for you?
Man, it's Monday. You know, your boy, I'm already counting down to the weekend, player.
Well, it's a long way from now, man, because I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You got a lot of days going before you get to Friday, man. So
once we get past Monday, it's done deal.
Hey, well, look, I don't want to know what's going on in your cup of coffee because definitely it's not just caffeine. You know?
Man. It's been a minute. We back on the scene. Ready to have some fun tonight, man?
Hey, man, look, yes, sir. And you know what? I thank the crowd. Look, thank you. You know, everyone wants us to have fun. It's been a while, you know what I'm saying? You see, I'm struggling right here. You know, I'm trying to dip and get the controls. But look, man, hey, we here.
We're right here.
On the O.T.S.B.S Show, man. So look, we got a pretty good topic. And what we starting off with?
Man, we've covered this guy before, but he popped back up in the news because he talking some crazy shit, Nick. It's your boy, the Earl Thomas from the University of Texas and one-time member of the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Man. So, you know, we talked about him. It's probably about a little bit over a year ago. You know, the whole thing, partying with his brother, with the women, everybody in the bed. You know, that weird type of stuff that was going on.
He was doing that little shake, that little trending dance at the time, man. He wasn't just in a club, man. He was in a strip club, man. Like, you know, they had the whole little area while he was supposed to be at practice.
Practice. We talking about practice. Well, he probably gonna wish he would practice. I think just last week he tweeted that he was ready again to make another run at the NFL. But on top of this news today, that ain't finna happen.
And I mean, not only did he tweet it, he had Adam Scheffler tweet it, you know, like, which was quite ironic, you know what I'm saying? Because normally when people wants to make a entrance into, you know, re-entrance into the NFL, you know, they would normally have their agent do it. So it was kind of weird seeing that this guy, you know, got Adam Scheffler. Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? And to me, his team should be the first people that he reach out to.
Well, they probably don't want to reach out to him now because as of this morning, haven't heard about the updates today, but believe he's somewhat on the run. There's an issuance of an arrest warrant for him, and he faces third-degree felony charges, allegedly for violating the protective order 2 or more times within a 12-month period against his soon-to-be ex-wife as they're going through the divorce proceedings. But he's supposed to be contacting her. I guess it's some type of co-parenting app, whatever the hell that means, but some co-parenting app that's out there. and that's the only way that he's supposed to be contacting her. But he was doing it through normal text. She kind of dealt with it. She still want to have access to his kids and whatnot. But wifey don't moved on. She got a new boo now. He a little bit upset. And this dude, man, I hope this ain't true, but allegedly he has said to his soon-to-be ex-wife that
Allegedly. We know how that goes. Right, we know how that goes, but allegedly. Okay.
It was an alleged threat to poison his own children, and he hoped the vehicle, that if they were all in a vehicle together, that the vehicle ran off the road. Ow.
Man, this guy's crazy. Hey, shout out to Patrick, man. The fake P Diddy hanging out with us. So he says, sounds like he'd fit with the Cowboys.
Actually, he would. When we had crooks and criminals on the team, we were horsing Lombardis.
Well, you know that was a long time ago. So
a long time ago. But man, so as a father yourself, you know, obviously we had Mother's Day yesterday, Father's Day right around the corner. Why would one allegedly wish that on his own flesh and blood?
I mean, come on now. I mean, we've all said things while we're angry. And, you know, and this guy, you know, he's on tape saying worse things than this to his alleged, it's his wife right now, right? His alleged ex-wife, I guess, if I use the word alleged, right?
Soon to be ex-wife.
There we go. So, I mean, you know, he's like, he has a temper, you know what I'm saying? And I think what realistically he's doing himself a disservice on getting back into the NFL by showing he still has temper issue. He still can't control his temper, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, how are they going to prove that he wrote those text messages?
Well, if she got the receipts, man, he done for it.
Now, how can she prove? But how can someone prove that he did it?
True. I see where you're going with this.
And I'm pretty sure Earl Thomas has the resources to make that an alleged assumption a harsh reality. Because I mean, that's one of the things. That's the biggest. How can I say? That's the biggest defense that, you know, people use for, you know, for their social media accounts. You know, be like, oh, well, you post this. Be like, well, I have someone else running my account.
That part. And that's why he's innocent until proven guilty.
That is true. That is true. But I mean, you know, in the eyes of Goodell, you're guilty until you're proven not guilty.
Man, bump Goodell, man. You know how he rolls.
Hey, man. Hey, nah.
You don't need no evidence to make a decision.
Hey, I give a shout. Look, I shout out to Roger Goodell, man. And, you know, hey, he's doing a wonderful job.
Yeah. Oh, you must be trying to get him on here for an interview. I see what you're doing there. My bad, Roger. My bad, RG. But, man, we're going to keep an eye on this. Like I said, it's alleged. Hopefully it's not true. Hopefully it's just a misunderstanding. I don't think any caring father would wish that on his kids, or to an extent to his ex-wife. You know, I understand she might, you know, she got a new dude, he upset, but that ain't it, bro. So
I mean, come on now.
Hopefully you cool-headed.
Shout out to sis, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, we got, you know, shout out to y'all because y'all been together for a long time. But man, you know, that single life is crazy nowadays. People shaving doors off your handles. They, you know, ain't no one's just keying the car anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something old. You know, they taking all your underwear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, hey. So for this guy, for Earl Thomas, just as allegedly to send harsh text messages, I mean, you know, man. I've seen worse. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yes, you are correct. If it's true, you know what it is. And if it ain't true, you know what it is. But regardless, each way it goes, it's some what? This bad boy.
Hey, for real, man. Y'all, hey, look, we got a few hanging out with us. Y'all definitely let us know who tapped in with us, man. Y'all drop a comment. Let us know who y'all are. Drop your city. You know what I'm saying? Drop your favorite team. Man, but yeah, it feel good to be back. Y'all sit tight. We're going to be back with more of the O.T.S.B.S Show. It's our first show back, but we got to pay some bills. Sit tight.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Gritty checking in. This Friday I'm live with S.T.W.S Media, man. Little interview coming soon. Everybody, y'all tune in. Man. We got some big coming. Let's get it.
Get to some GOAT music right there. You know what I'm saying? Litty. But we back with more of the O.T.S.B.S Show, the only show where we talk about the bull sniggerty that's happening in the sports world. So
yes, sir,
we just got finished talking about Earl Thomas and his alleged protective order violation. So we're just gonna keep this train moving. Bam, bam, bam. What's our next topic?
So it's a good segue, my brother. Speaking of alleged, this is probably the story. We're probably gonna be talking about this tomorrow. We're probably gonna be talking about this Wednesday. So make sure you check out the Sports Chatter Show tomorrow at 7:30 and the Number Basketball Show Wednesday at 7:30. But this is the one that's hot fire right now because it's not part of the game. This is in reaction to the alleged interaction with CP3's family and a Dallas Maverick fan at the Maverick Suns playoff game yesterday. According to CP3, he came out, he made some accusations that somebody put their hands on his mama. This is not part of the game. You expect for us players to act cordial. How can we let fans do what they're doing? So I get it. I totally respect that as well. So that's the first part of it. The Mavericks escorted the fan out of the arena. But today it came out that they did their investigation. And the conclusion to the investigation was he attempted to get an unauthorized / unapproved hug from his mama. And that's where the question came from.
Bravo. You got to get a guy that is great defense 101. Like, that is greatness. That is greatness. That is deflection 101. An unwanted hug.
Yes, that's creepy, man. I don't care what context is in. Somebody you don't know, you just walk up to random people and get a hug from them, man. Especially, you got COVID going on. People don't know. People just snatching folks these days. So you don't want nobody hugging on you that you don't even know. But I will say this. I want to see how the energy is going to play out, because I have to admit, when I first saw it, I'm like, man, they said he shoved his mom, pushed it down, put his hands on his wife. I'm like, man, that's pretty messed up. But then I saw the kid being escorted. I'm like, he look kind of soft. Like, he doing that? I'm like,
exactly.
Okay.
And so I want to make definitely give a shout out to the Dallas Mavericks and the job that they're doing with COVID prevention, because you can't just get a floor seat. You got to definitely provide a negative test case. You just can't get a seat on the floor. And this guy had he had a floor seat, so he wasn't just a random guy. Definitely, evidently someone had some money, and so. And I'm kind of,
behind the bench.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, that comes with the territory. I've heard many songs, well, I think it was Drake. Just listen to Drake. When we were talking about, I don't want to take, no, that was Future. I don't want to take selfies in the bathroom. That's creepy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, I can't piss. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that? So, and CP3, he's soft. You know what I'm saying? And, like with the whole CP3 thing, whole CP3 thing, like, he's a snitch. So what is his ulterior motive? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the biggest, what was the shocker for me? Oh, you gonna see me later. Chris Paul.
Wait. I'd have laughed at him.
Bro, I was like,
I'd have laughed at him.
And he came up like, yeah, you gonna see me later. I was like, look, Chris Paul, come here. Sit your ass down. Boy, you ain't seeing nobody later. You're going to report them to the principal's office, to the assistant principal's office, the same way you did, with, the everything, all this. I forgot the day that it went silent with, with the pandemic, where he protested. Right. he has a history of doing these type things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm like, what's the ulterior motive? And
so he's a fan of the dramatic.
exactly. And this was a little dude, though. The boy looked like about 17.
He's 15. But this
Watch
video
this.
that came out that showed somebody touching his mouth.
Rewind. Play. Slap yourself and sit down. That boy 15 years old, man. Like, this is an opportunity for, this is a make or break situation for CP3 and his character. Because how do you handle this? He's a little kid.
Yeah. I think for me in that situation, you clearly see that he was a kid. Would I approve of it? By all means, keep your hand to yourself. But I've been looking for where your daddy at. I want to talk to your daddy to make sure you got to understand it. You can't be going around and do that. What parent are you with? That's the type of conversation I would have had. So now, here's the thing now. He made that, yet it was soft, but he made the threat. Then this kid started getting doxxed. His information started being shared and stuff out there. And then you got ESPN saying he pushed the parent down. So they are defaming this guy. I don't know if they didn't learn from CNN in the past. You might want to check out stuff before you start printing stories and putting descriptions on people if you don't know what the whole scenario is. So I don't think this is the end of it. The kid and I think it was two kids, or the kid and somebody else, they're banned for 1 year until 2023. But he probably gonna hire a lawyer, and because he's got mental anguish now, he's being doxxed. They might serve CP3 some papers.
I just told you. This is a make or break situation for CP3's character, because at the end of the day, this is a little kid. What, you gonna press charges on the little kid? You gonna fight the little kid? You know what I'm saying? So CP3 might hold on, baby. He might want, do ease back on this, because if he continues this aggressive approach to it, it's a little kid. So that's one thing that he definitely have to pay attention, because at the end of the day, like, what is categorized is an unwanted hug, and and once again, the little kid was starstruck. So Patrick, he says, he asked a question: any videos on the actual incident?
They haven't released any videos of the actual incident. As far as the team, I'm pretty sure they got cameras all in there. So I'm a little bit, I don't know. Me personally, I think they might have saw it and saw there probably wasn't nothing there, but they're also trying to protect CP3 at the same time. So we're just gonna say, you know what? You shouldn't put your hands on them. We're gonna say it's this. Y'all just stay away from a year. I can see something like that happening, because at the end of the day, the Mavericks are still a portion of the NBA. And the NBA, just like that shield in the NFL, they don't want no black eyes on stuff, man.
Bro, do you know how much them tickets are? The flow seats tickets for the playoffs.
Playoffs? Probably about $1,500.
More than that. So you think you think that kid's family, he's gonna take, hey, their kid being embarrassed, escorted out on national TV after having to pay all this money for these tickets. So I mean, at the end of the day, those weren't easy tickets to come by, so they had to know someone. That's all I'm saying. Like, we got to pay attention to everything. Like that kid, for him to be, because I'm a fan of, if someone do it, that's because they can do it. If that little kid felt that he can touch CP3's wife, his mother, whomever, shit, he probably done it before. And what I'm waiting to see is who that kid's parents are, because that hasn't been released yet, because that kid's 15, so he's protected by many laws.
That's
not
true.
one,
that's true,
but many laws. So how are you going to handle that, CP3?
Yes. And something else that's interesting about that is, just some of the hate that was spewed, at first, he need to have his ass whooped. It's this and that. I'm like, that's why you can't overreact and be emotional on stuff, because when you are emotional, you have a tendency to do stuff. Well, normal, sensible people have a tendency to do stuff that's out of characteristic. If you crazy, you just crazy. You just do stuff like that. You just do stuff like that. But this is a situation why, especially as men, got to keep you cool, man. And as men with this, got to double keep your cool sometimes, because you want to understand, if we get it wrong, they going to put us out to pasture. So we got to make sure that when we stand on something, it's factual.
Hey man, you got look. I don't know what court you been in, but ain't nothing factual if you don't got enough money to make it facts. So you know what I'm saying. So you just better make sure you can't get the carpet pulled from under you. So
I'm with you though. Now I know for other reasons you are not a CP3 fan. I am right there with you, dude. You are in a Dwayne Wade book, in my opinion, man. Y'all did all that talking,
yeah.
and to me, I think he
Is it
might have
time?
blew this up a little bit just so he can try to get them an edge because they getting their ass waxed right now. I'm just saying.
Hey, now we talking. CP, sit down. God damn it. Now let's talk. Like, yes, he's trying to change the narrative, going back into, they're going back to Phoenix. So
and they have no momentum right now.
That's true. That is true. That is true. And and it's funny because he was also one who took jabs at Luka, saying, hey, simmer down. Luka ain't that dude. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about how he clamped them and other, defenders on their team, clamped them. So right now, they just took the momentum. They took Dallas took the last game, took the momentum. So now what you got to do? We know you're the whining baby. What? That's what he's doing. He's the whining baby. And so we got here.
Patrick said, would CP3 react that way if he was still in the game and not fouled out? I think that played a little bit into it. If I'm not mistaken, it's his first time fouling out of a playoff game.
It played a lot because when he was, if anyone who's seen the New Orleans Pelicans series, the last game where he went 100%, he was so animated. He going all up and down the court. This is my court. This is my city. Talk about, this will always be his team. We made him. But, what I'm saying? He was showing his antics then. And then the game before that, when Jose Oliveira was locking him up, he was hurt then. So I definitely agree. That's a good call out, Patrick. He wouldn't have been the same CP3. That would have not been the same behavior if he would have not fouled out.
My boy Ask AC said, is it possible he put hands on them maliciously? Speaking of the kid, not dangerously, but did he mess up? I think that's a possibility as well. I think the kid, he probably got overzealous and he's out there. The emotions got caught up in the moment and did something he shouldn't have did. Now, the whole, he probably touched her or got in her face or some type of contact was made. But as far as like the whole notion where the Rizzy said he pushed her down, I don't see him push, especially in this climate, in this day and age. I don't think even if he is a privileged kid, he's going to be running around pushing down old black ladies, man. That's asking for a beat down.
Especially not on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, let's keep one
and it's brought him out of there in pieces, man.
Look, did you see Dave Chappelle assailant?
Yeah.
He would have been bent up like him. But
put them things on him.
And at the end of the day, just like I was telling my son, who recently turned 16 in April, I was like, you're not that cute little kid anymore that people call, tell your parent on. Now you're 16. Now we can put these hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Now you're looking as a threat to society because you young, you're at that age, you want to, you want to try new things and you won't feel by yourself. So I'm making a correlation with that because that kid's only 15. And that's all the courts are going to hear. That's all everything's going to hear. Because at the end of the day, that kid can't be pushing that hard to knock them down. And I'm pretty sure if that kid would have done something maliciously like that, the audience would have went bananas.
Yeah. I think if in that crowd, anybody with any type of soul, hey, I know if I saw a kid pushing the old lady down before he even got a chance to set himself right, I'm having flashbacks coming in with the 4-on show.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, come on now. We're not in Wyoming, Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? We're in Dallas. They've had protests. You know what I'm saying? They've had, stand-ups like that. So this is, you know what I'm saying? I can say with 100% assurance, like, yeah, something would have happened. So nothing happened. The only one who reacted was CP3, and he was already in his feelings. I'm like, you know what? We might have to take a quick break and find in his feelings and give a shout out to CP3 because he was in his feelings, and that's what it was. He just got caught in his feelings.
So are we both in agreement on who CP3 is? You know what? I'm gonna call him Chris. I ain't gonna give him no moniker name. I'm gonna call the dude Chris. Mama named him Chris. I'm gonna call him Chris.
I love it. I appreciate it.
But at the end of the day, man, Chris Paul, I hope it's not true that the young man touched your mom like that. If she did, you're supposed to
What you gonna do,
man? But if he didn't, and you just doing typical flopping like he be doing on the floor, man, that's some straight up what? Bruh, we got one more segment left, man. And I think this one might get some blood going. We gonna keep the basketball.
Trap, money, penny. This shit got me in my feelings.
After you see P3, get out your feelings and man up, man. But yeah, we're gonna be back with more of the O.T.S.B.S Show.
Kiki, do you love me?
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
And we back on this last segment of the O.T.S.B.S Show, the only show where we talk about the bull snigger that's happening in the sports world.
Yes,
So what we got up now?
Man, we're going to keep this basketball theme, and my boy AC still hanging out with us. And I know you're not a fan of this guy, but I'm curious. What's up with all the Luka hate, man? This dude getting hate. It's like he the new whipping boy of the NBA now.
I mean, because all right, look, I was ready.
No, go ahead.
I got Luka on my fantasy basketball team. You know, shout out to everyone. That's in our fantasy basketball team. You know, fantasy league is over, but shout out to everyone that's playing in our fantasy baseball league. You know, but yeah, I mean, Luka coming in, he was given the LeBron James nickname. Everyone was like, hey, you know what? He's the next best thing to LeBron James. Yeah, so, true. You know, if you're gonna make that comparison, of course, it's gonna come with a lot of hate. And Luka's been balling on the court. He's the head of the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks been looking good. So, of course, he's gonna get the media hate. And honestly, I think it's deserving. What do you think about it?
I think, to me, if you're not hated, you ain't doing something right.
Big facts.
So for me, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Being a lifelong Maverick fan, one-time season ticket holder, I'm invested into the Mavs. But at the same time, you know, you can't get mad at the dude, man. You know, it was a tweet yesterday with Lil Wayne, Weezy F Baby. Yeah. He came out and said, about time someone called his flopping ass out. Here's my thing. Luka's game is evolving, and we don't like it. You know why his game is evolving? Everybody flopping the NBA now. That's why old heads like me think it's soft, man.
Facts. Facts. Shout out to Kevin Gates there, but facts, exactly. You know, and that's how you feel once you get that level of greatness. You know, how you flop, you know, how well the referees, you know, how far the calls away the referees make. Because MJ, you know, you couldn't breathe past him. You know, that's the wrong one. That's
it, bro. That's that part right there. And the thing that's funny is everybody, well, for the most part, everybody loves LeBron James. But people complain about his flopping. But you know why he flopped? Like you just said about MJ. He's gotten to this level of, you know what? I'm the star. I'm a star in the NBA. I'm a face of the league. I'm gonna get them calls. That's the privilege of once you get it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
In the past, he get fouled. He cry about it.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
That's how that flopping should be looking at this. Like, you know,
can't touch this.
You know, it's like,
can't touch touched it.
You know,
That's
shout
funny.
out to my brother, man. Shout out to my brother Darnell, man, hanging out with us from the walls. He said, yeah, the NBA, he says, thank you, coach. The NBA, too many flops. That's it.
It is. But here's the thing. Why y'all getting mad at him? Because everybody else doing it. Now, call NBA soft is soft. It is what it is. But you can't single him out and say it's cool for everybody else. I'm going to call it what it is, cause I'm not going to say no names, but, you know, I chat with people from time to time. I think a lot of it has to do with certain skin color. I'm just going to call it like it is. Like it is,
okay.
dog.
Well, hey, that's the right show to call that out.
Hey.
But hold on. So one of our audience, so Darnell, he says the reason that leads to the flops, no defense. So what do you think about that?
That's true. That's true. Nobody plays defense anymore. Ever since they took the forearm away, where you couldn't hand check nobody, shout out to D. Harper. But ever since they took that out of the game, man, it's like you can't even touch it. That's why the numbers exploded. This is equivalent to the NFL changing their rules as far as the 5-yard chuck rule. The quarterback can't be hit below the knee in the pocket. They're doing stuff to elevate offense. Offense sells tickets. Defense wins championship, but offense sells tickets, and that's what it's all about. But, man, I hate it. I hate seeing them flopping. Just D somebody up. It's playoff basketball, man.
Facts. But you know what? Shout out to Perkins. So he said, he was like, he doesn't want to see this old basketball where it's like, you know how the Shaq move. He get the rebound, come with the elbow. Every time. That was the Shaq move. So he was like, he doesn't want to see that rough and tough type of basketball anymore. He wants to see skills. So I'm like, what freaking basketball he watching? Ain't no skills in the NBA. They're coming from back here, shooting. That's all they're doing. Everyone's taking shots now. Even 7 foot, damn near 8 foot players taking 3-point shots. So what do you think? So do you think that there's more skill being displayed now, or is it just no defense? Because I don't see the skills.
I think it's just no defense. From a skill perspective, the shooting is better because everybody does it now. You never saw a big man go out there because a big man never did it. But now big men, they practicing that in practice. They got plays called out for them to do that. You got Boogie Cousins out there shooting threes. Guys that probably shouldn't be shooting threes doing it. The skill is there because they're better trained, they're bigger, faster, stronger. But ain't no defense. In the NBA, all the new heads say what you want to say. The NBA is soft.
Fact.
You can't touch nobody no more. Now you don't want to I think it was Gary Payton Jr. He got as a hard foul, man. He broke his elbow. He's out for the season. Out for the playoffs. Now that there's no room for that. But a good hard foul, like hammer somebody, then hold them up. Don't let them hit the ground. Just let them know, hey, youngin, I'm here.
That just shows that they don't know how to foul. That just shows they don't know how to foul because, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, if you come on a fast break, you grabbing them right here. You know what I'm saying? Like you grabbing them where they can't make the shot. So they knew how to foul back then. You know what I'm saying? So and at the end of the day, I don't see what he's talking about the skill because to me, if these 8 foot tall players making these 3-point shooters, to me, it's showing how easy it is.
That's true.
Where's the skill? How is this a skill? I mean, come on. How is that a skill?
Well, you know what the irony is?
What?
The irony is that, Lil Wayne, like I said, we had mentioned earlier, he talking about how Luka's flopping. But he playing the king of the flop right now. CP3 is the most flopping it. You know what? People talk about LeBron. LeBron ain't got nothing on CP3. And the thing that I don't like about him is he flops and he smirks about it.
Because he knows he can get away with it. That's what I'm saying. That's that snitching ass. Wait, sorry, see, I'm spazzing out. That's what snitches do. Be like, nah, I got you in trouble. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about right there. Yes. Like CP3 is Chauncey Billups times 100 with a sprinkle of Cinderella. I don't even know where that came, but you just make a salt. But yes.
Patrick says they need to play some old Bad Boys Pistons play. Man, they have a whole CBA had to get changed, like no fouls. And that's right. They are soft, Darnell. a soft. But I'm gonna say, man, let my man Luka shine. Man, we was once the worst franchise of the 90s. Let us have a moment, man. Don't hate on us. Don't hate on us.
But y'all win a franchise. Like, you can't use that for a sympathy card and the team have the franchise. I mean, have the championship.
We got one. Should have been two, but we got one.
See. You know what I'm saying? No, can't give a brother
06, man. That's why I can't stand Dwayne Wade. And that's why Chris ain't calling you CP, you know what? That's why Chris is on my can't stand him list. He right there with him. The arrogance, man. The arrogance. I gotta say, get him man his roses. People hating on Luka like people hating on LBJ. I get it. You grew up, you watch a certain player, and in your eyes, they always gonna be that great player. But don't be an old fuddy-duddy stuck in your ways, man. That's how you sound, like an old-ass fuddy-duddy. Oh, wow, he's still a throwback. Shout out to Popeye Jones, man. That's a blast from the past there, man. But like I say, man, y'all leave Luka alone. Let him do his thing. He's doing stuff that they said European players couldn't do. He need to get tough, stop whining to the refs, handle his business, and keep punishing their asses on the block like he been doing.
How long that's gonna last for? So
until they stop it. Who's gonna stop it? Who gonna stop it?
We gonna see, cause like I say, you know, CP he's whining to the referees now, so they feeling sorry for him. So he's gonna go into all the calls going their way. So
NBA, y'all ain't slick. Y'all trying to stretch this out to a 7-game series. Y'all ain't slick. It's made for TV, man. But at the end of the day, y'all quit hating on my man Luka. CP3 quit all that damn whining. And y'all make sure y'all keep hanging out with your boys. Because if you don't, that's some straight up what? Bruh, you have me rolling, man.
Man. So is it this the end of the show? This is where we have to say our goodbyes?
Yes, sir. Time, man. And now it's time to say goodbye.
You know, sad here, but you know, yeah, want to give a shout out to everyone tapped in, Patrick. Appreciate you. I see you. Appreciate your big bro, Darnell, man. Love your big bro tapping in for us. But then we go shout out to everybody supporting the brand. Yeah, man, we got a lot of big things coming up. So y'all definitely stay tuned, stay with us, and stay active. But this is all I got. But what you got?
Shout out to you, my brother. Again, shout out. I know it's Monday, but shout out to all the wonderful mothers out there. Hope you enjoyed yourself yesterday. Hopefully you was able to have somebody pamper you yesterday.
You can tell wifey beat you yesterday. She was like, you better give me
back with the remix. These boys are my sons like Phoenix. My city and state never ever seen this. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a young boy genius. On a futon, I'ma give it that penis. When it's just done, I'ma fill up arenas.
Well, hey man, y'all make sure y'all hang out with y'all boys tomorrow. The Sports Chatter Show.
I got 5 chicks in New York, that means 1 in each borough. I'm in the pocket like Burrow. When I'm back home, no, they treat me like Robert De Niro. Took her to talk about butter or churro. Took her home, gave her a cinnamon swirl. I left it in, now I got her €1. Zeros on zeros on zero.